What's up, guys? This is Rey-Jay back with another video. And in this one, I want to give you guys a very quick update about SPY in the markets. Just know that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I'm saying as financial advice. Anyways, as far as the market's going, I just wanted to say that President Trump has just announced that the US is going to be imposing 25% tariffs on Japan and South Korea. He also has been sending out lots of letters to different countries to talk about trade and for them to once again be completing these trade deals that should be coming out very soon. So, looking at the transcript, President Trump has said that once again, there's going to be a 25% tariff on Japan. He's also going to be including South Korea in that. And he's saying that he has sent them trade letters for their 25% tariffs on goods. He also said that the Japanese tariff is going to be effective on August 1st. And then he mentioned that once again, they've agreed to the process with their plans for Japan. And they're going to be implementing even more tariffs. So he's been saying that at least so far. Now, he's not going into specific detail about what kind of tariffs we're talking about, but he is talking about a 25% base tariff on Japan so far. And we'll see if that changes or not as negotiations are continuing. But so far, that's what President Trump is saying. Now, with that being said, that's why we saw SPY dip a bit. It ended up retesting 619. We're going to see if SPY could hold 619 to see some kind of rebound move. If we get back above 622, this could bounce a bit more. But if we fail at 619, I do expect even more downside, closer to like 617 than 615. So please keep those levels in mind. 622 to 619 is our range. We might retest 619, so be very careful. Now, when it comes to the QQQ, okay, we have something else that's very important. The QQQ ended up retesting 550. If that fails, we're looking for 548. And then if we get back above 555, we're looking for a bounce move. So as of right now, we're in the middle. So we're going to see how well we hold up if we end up getting a rejection or not. We're in the middle for the time being. But if anything, there is still some weakness on SPY and the QQQ. And if we end up losing 550, I'm looking for a lot more downside. 550 is not only this resistance becoming support, but also we have this 20 EMA here as well. On the IWM, we're rejecting as well. We're looking for 219 to hold. If it doesn't hold, this will be dipping all the way down to like 217. If it does hold 219, though, we could be looking for a bounce to 222. As of right now, we're looking a bit weaker, so watch and see if 219 holds. If it doesn't, I do expect more downside. So be careful at that level. ES is currently very close to our target of 6280. I mentioned that if it doesn't hold, we're also looking for a test of about 62.50. We're very close to that. There's also going to be a risk of more downside as long as we're below 62.83, so keep that in mind. On NQ, we're showing some weakness. We need to get back above 22,950 to bounce. We're barely at support. We're kind of consolidating. We could be dipping more if this fails, though. There's going to be a risk of us dipping to 22,700. So just in case, I'd recommend being very careful. Bitcoin's also rejecting here. We're watching to see if 108,000 holds. If it doesn't hold, this will be dumping towards 106,000. If it does hold, we could try a rebound, so keep that in mind. Tesla's still weak right now. Like I said earlier, we have this sort of like a head and shoulders like structure right here. So you guys can see there's like a left shoulder, a head, and then a right shoulder. Unless we get back above 303 to bounce, we're still favoring downside to retest the low at 288 to potentially make new lows. So this head and shoulders like structure remains, and we're still looking weak on Tesla. On Nvda, okay, we're also looking kind of weak as well right here. So as you guys could tell, there's a little bit of weakness that's perpetuating. And if anything, I just wanted to say that with what's going on, we're kind of stuck in the middle. So we are choppy, but if we end up losing 156, this will be dipping more. If we break 160, we could bounce. Otherwise, we're choppy and stuck in the middle. Apple's dipping a bit ever since President Trump just announced more tariffs on Japan and South Korea. That has also been dipping to about 209. We're going to see if this holds or not. If not, we could be dipping more. So watch 209, see if we bounce. If not, we could be dipping more from here. For Coinbase, we're also trading sideways. We have a nice inverse head and shoulder structure, but I'm a little bit concerned about this chop. If 350 and 348 fails us, this will be dipping a lot more. But if we could hold 350, there is some hope that this could try to bounce for the 360s again. It is technically a little bit more bullish looking, but this depends because we are choppy for the time being and the market's also kind of stuck. So it could go either way. Amazon might be dipping back down to about 221, so you want to be careful. It might dip a little bit. Meta's kind of flat right here. We're going to see if this is like a head and shoulders or not. We're still choppy. I need to see us break 725 to bounce more, but if we lose 713, we could turn back down, so be very careful. Google had a double top leg structure, but if we lose 176, we're looking for a bigger dump. Microsoft is also rejecting off this resistance. We could be testing 495 or below if that ends up failing us, so keep that in mind. The VIX is looking a bit more bullish. There's a gap to fill here. If we hold above 18, we're looking for more upside. That could once again be a bearish confluence for the markets, but we'll see about that. So for SPY, could we dip more? Yes, we can, but it also depends. Can we hold 619 or not? If we get above 622, this could bounce a little bit, but if we lose 619, I do expect more downside. We're a little weak right now, so we might retest the 619, so there's going to be a risk of more downside. We'll see what else President Trump has to say. As of right now, he's talking about imposing more tariffs on Japan and South Korea. And as soon as he said that, the market started dipping more, so be careful if he does impose more tariffs. That could cause more volatility. Anyways, that's it for this one. I thank you all so much for listening, and peace out.